Hi kababayans! So this is Luli again, and this video is going to be a continuation of my videos on how to become a teacher here in New Zealand if you're from the Philippines, but this time it's gonna be steps 4, 5 and 6, so expect that this video is gonna be very long. Now I'm assuming that this time you all have the documents that I mentioned in step 1, that you are now assessed in the NZQA, the New Zealand Qualifications Authority. Then you have now the result of your qualification based on what level are you in. And then number 3, you have now applied to the Teaching Council and you are given now the certificate from the Teaching Council that you are now a registered teacher here in New Zealand. So congratulations and welcome. Now step 4, let's start. So this video is going to be in English again because it's just so much easier if I don't make subtitles and translations. So let's start. I will be glancing on my left because my laptop is here and I totally forgot everything that I did before, so I need some assistance. Step 4, you have to apply for a job, and the most reliable website for that with no agency needed is this: gazette.education.gov.nz. So this is the website that all the schools in New Zealand use to advertise their vacancies for a specific position. Then if you're on the website now, go to vacancies and then scroll down. Then you can select you can select a region here. If you choose New Zealand nationwide, so all vacancies around New Zealand will be flashed here, or if you want to work in Auckland only, you can just type Auckland. If you want to work in Hamilton, Waikato, South Island, so you can just put it there. But I think the most diverse and most populated city in New Zealand is Auckland. It's not the capital, but it's just too crowded. So it's a good start if you want to work here, just not to be depressed with the isolation in some parts of the country. So so you can collect that, and then the next box will be sectors and roles. So you can have primary and intermediate, that should be years 1 to 8, and then you can choose secondary only or area composite, years 1 to 15, or secondary, it starts from 7 to 15. That's entirely up to you. And then learning areas and strands, make sure you click the New Zealand curriculum, because that's the curriculum, the English curriculum in New Zealand, as I would say. The Te Marotanga or Aotearoa, I'm assuming this is the Maori curriculum. You don't want to be in the Maori curriculum. Next, position type, of course, click full-time. And then after that, all the vacancies posted will be there in front of you. Just click and be ready with your CV and apply. So let's assume that you are now invited for a position. So this should come after the preliminary interview and the online interviews and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so now you're given what do you call it, a letter of employment. So it should state that you are accepted for a position with blah 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 and all the documents that are needed. So now when you have that, the step 5 will now be applying for your salary. So in New Zealand, all teachers in New Zealand are paid according to a certain qualification groups or steps. So based on your qualification and experience, you will be given a salary by the education payroll. And the education payroll from the ministry is using NovoPay. So it's a payroll provider that all the teachers or the government is using, so the school is not going to pay you in New Zealand, it's the government that's going to pay you. Okay, now requirements for this, you will still need to be assessed for this, and the requirements are the following. You need the application form. It's called Salary Assessment for Teachers Application Form, or Novo 7T. And if you go to this website, cling, teachinNewzealand.co.nz. I gave you this website way back in video number 3. But so if you go here, you can go to process, and then from process you can go to education payroll, and then you will find all the steps there. So number 1, you need the form, and you can download it from this website as well, from Teach in New Zealand. Then you will need your IQA result from NZQA. So that means the NZQA letter from the level, the qualification level that was given to you from the NZQA. Number 3, all the qualifications that you have. So the documents that you have that can certify all the qualifications. And then lastly is your statements of service. So in other words, this is your employment record or service record. So just these documents, you don't need to pay for anything here. It's zero, no payment required, and it's so quick. It will take 15 working days. So you need this, and then apply, and then they will give you a letter saying your salary belongs to salary grade blah blah, and you're in step blah blah. So example, salary grade 2 step 5, and then you will be earning this amount per year, per annum, and that's your salary. So now you have that. So that's the step 5 of the application process and how to become a teacher here in New Zealand. Now let's go to step 6, which is applying for a visa. So now let's see. Once you have a job offer from New Zealand, from a school in New Zealand, and then you have your salary assessment from the education payroll, the Immigration New Zealand will now assess your offer and process your visa application. So there are 2 potential visa options. One is called the skilled migrant category or residency. This is a really nice visa category, because when you are given with this one, you are I think an automatic resident of New Zealand, not so sure though. Then the second option is the essential skills visa, which is very common for all work visas here in New Zealand. So essential skills, that means essential skills visa. Teachers are essential, and that goes the same with construction workers and carpenters and healthcares and stuff. So those are essential skills. So those are the 2 options that you have. And then what you need to provide to apply for a visa are the following documents. 1, your passport photo. 2, passport biodata page. So that's the front page of your passport. 2 is a passport size photograph. 3, the Immigration New Zealand application form for the desired visa that you want. So for this visa, you can just go to Immigration New Zealand, and then from this website you can choose work pathway or something, work visa pathway something. Sorry. Or you can just search work visa or becoming a teacher, and then the fee, the payment for applying the visa, it says here on the website, the Teach in New Zealand website, that skilled migrant residence visa, the payment is ranging from $1,600 to $2,500 plus $580 for the levy. And then for essential skills work visa, it ranges from $220 to $280, and then $38 visa levy. That's it. So next, sorry, let me just drink my cup of tea. Next, so you've got the fee payment. Number 5, you need employer supplementary form. So it's INZ 1113. Your employer needs to fill up the form and scan and send it to you so you can apply for your visa. Then you need number 6, medical certificate that is appointed by a panel physician. Number 7, the police clearance from all the countries that you've lived for more than a year in the last 10 years. And then number 8, your proof of qualifications from the NZQA, very important. Then number 9, the evidence of the New Zealand job offer from your employer. And then that should outline your hours and salary. It should be a full-time job though. Then next, the employment agreement. So it should be, when you're given a job offer, the employment agreement comes with it. So as needed. And then the signed offer of course, all documents are not valid without signatures. So don't forget to sign that. It should be signed by your employer and you as the employee. Then job description. So this one, the job offer, employment agreement, the signed offer, and then job description, these all come together when this will be given from your employer. So you don't need to worry about this, but don't forget as well that this should come together. And then lastly, the proof of teacher registration from the teaching council. So all these documents are needed to apply for a visa. Well, this isn't my case, okay? This is not my case because I came here again as a tourist visa and then applied for a partnership visa. If you have a partner here and you are granted a partnership visa, you can work to any employer. So that's just a lever. It's an edge if you have a partner here, because you can work anywhere. You can work with any employer. So this is not my case. Well, I have a partnership visa, and that allowed me to work as a teacher. Of course, I'm a registered teacher, but my visa was different before. Then, okay, I'm not sure if I'm gonna read everything in here, but again, the guide that I'm using right now is from Teach in New Zealand at Code.nz, so you can use this guide. Everything is just on this website, so you shouldn't be watching this video if you listen to my previous video in step 3 that I told you in the video that I mentioned in the video that everything's gonna be in the website. But if you didn't, okay, so watch the video. But yeah, that's all of it. That's steps. Those are the steps 4, 5, and 6, and this will be my last video, and this ends the process and how to become a teacher here in New Zealand if you're from the Philippines. And let me enjoy my cup of tea. Thank you for watching the video. If you have questions or if you find any parts of the video that's confusing, flick me a message down below and I'll reply as soon as I can. And that's all. Thank you for watching. Dalagan ng Diyos. Kia ora from New Zealand. Bye!